you're meeting me for the first time, I'm a strong believer of personal leadership because I believe you cannot lead anybody else unless you know how to lead yourself. There are so many habits that successful people and great leaders have in common, and today we are going to look at just 10 of them. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe to this channel, like this video, and also share to your friends so that we can grow together. Without further ado, let's go to point number 1, setting goals. Successful people and great leaders always set goals that are very clear, they're specific, and they're achievable. If you do not have goals in your life, then it means you're walking aimlessly in life, and this is something that great leaders and successful people do not do or entertain. Point number 2, they are great planners. They plan for everything. They have an action plan for their long-term goals, mid-term goals, and short-term goals. So they always know exactly what to do to achieve the goals that they have set for themselves. In short, they have a path that is very clear on how to go on with their life. They are point number 3, they are very great time managers. This means that everything that they have, they set it down on a timetable, they give it a time frame, and that means that they don't waste anything. They realize they only have 24 hours in a day and they have so much to cover, and for them to achieve their goals, they have to make sure that those goals are achievable. And let me give you a secret here. That's why they are they keep time. They run their meetings effectively. They do not beat around the bush. If they say the meeting's 30 minutes, they do their meetings in 30 minutes. So if you're meeting a great person, a great leader, they tell you what time that you're meeting up, please make sure that you keep time. Otherwise, you are not going to find them sitting there waiting for you. Point number 4, they have a very high level of self-discipline. Okay, I don't know how much I can emphasize on this. I used to have that weakness. I'm still working on it because I came to realize if you do not have a high level of self-discipline, there is a very high chance that you don't follow up on your goals. You say you're going to do something and then you don't do it. But great leaders and successful people, they have a high level of self-discipline. If they say they're going to wake up at 4:30, they wake up at 4:30. If they say they're going to work out today, they work out. If they're going to read a book, they read a book, and that's how they move on with life. That's why they become very successful. So they have a very high level of self-discipline. They are very persistent. Successful people have a high level of persistency. That means they don't just quit because things are getting hard. They know they have their goals. They know that these goals are very achievable. They know that they can achieve these goals. So when they see a challenge come, they don't just give up. They come up with a better way on how they're going to handle that challenge so that they can make on their goals. And that's why it is very important for them to set goals that are very clear, they are very specific, they are very achievable. Point number 6, they are very creative. And that is that successful people or great leaders are they're very creative and innovative with ideas. And I'm going to give you an example that happened recently. You remember the 2020 pandemic, the COVID-19. So many people went under, so many businesses went under, but there are people who were making a lot of money during this period. There are people who came up with businesses were born during the COVID-19. These people are very creative, and because of those small ideas, some of them were not very big ideas, something like coming up on how to make masks or sanitizers, such kind of businesses. These people made a lot of money. They became very successful. Well, some of us were really crying that we don't have work, we don't have income. These people were minting a lot of money. So successful people, they are very creative. So I'm asking you to get in touch with your creative part of you, because everybody is very creative, and don't get scared about it, and use it so that you can become successful in your area of influence. And then another thing, they are very resilient. They are very they have a very high level of resilience, flexibility. Like, let me go back to the creative idea of the COVID-19. When some of us were like, okay, now I don't have a job, I don't know what to do, these people came up with a new idea. They moved seamlessly from whatever they were doing to this other idea. As in, they were very resilient, they are very easy to adapt to changes, and they make the best out of any situation, however hard is it. And for me, 2020 taught me a lot of things. COVID-19 taught me a lot of things. You have to have an open mind, and that's what I like about successful people. They are very resilient, and they are very creative and very fast in moving into changes and making the best out of those situations. Another, I think, that successful people and great leaders have in common is that they cherish collaboration. They know no man can live alone. No man can live in a vacuum. No man can succeed alone. So they work with people, they collaborate with people, they form great networks and relationships. So you find that they work well with other people, and they build very strong relationships. And if you look at most of the people who are very successful, you realize that most of their friends, these are friends either from childhood friends, or some of them are people they met in college, but they also know the right people to bring into their circle so that they can go, or rather they can succeed with their goals. So they also go out and see who can support me in this goal, who are the people I want to come together so that we can achieve this idea, this business. So they are very good in working with people, in going out and making sure that they have great networks. And point number 9, they are great communicators. Oh my God, the best leaders I've ever seen. These people can communicate. These people can move ideas. These people can make you want to invest. These people they'll make you want to sit there and listen to them. They will make you buy in the ideas. They are very good in communication. They invest in communication. They know and understand if they have to work with people, they need to know how to get into their hearts, not just into their heads, into their hearts. Because strong and long-term relationships are formed in the heart, on how you make people feel. Okay, you're smart, but you also need to know how to get into people's hearts, into people's lives. And great leaders and successful people, they are experts in this area. Oh my God, I'm working on it, because I also want to be on that level of communication. Oh my God, it's lovely when you have that. And then the last one here is that they have a strong quest for learning. Leaders are always learning. Successful people, they're always, and they read a lot of books. Oh my God, I thought I read books, but these people, they even have a ritual. What time of the day they learn, as in there's a timetable, as in as in at 5 o'clock every morning I am going to learn ABCD. Not just read a book, I'm going to read this specific book. Let's say, for example, I'm talking about reading 7 habits of effective people, or 7 habits of very successful people. If there's a book like that one, they will put it down at 5 o'clock. I'm reading one chapter, or I'm reading for 30 minutes. The book called 7 Habits of Successful People. And this is something that I really found to be very interesting, and I incorporate it into my morning routine. And yes, you can read a lot of books when you have a timetable or a ritual, when you have a routine on how to do it. So successful people, they have a quest for learning. They go to learn. That's why you find them, they read a lot of books. They go for conferences, they go for meetings. And these people, if they cannot get the information they need for themselves, they have people within their circle. They know, if I get hold of Evelyn will tell me the current affairs that's going on. If I'm investing and I want to know what's happening in the market today, I know who to look for. So apart from just reading a lot, doing their own research, they also know the kind of people they go to get that information from. Thank you so much for watching these 5. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. And now I'm going to give a summary of the 10 most known or common successful habits for highly effective people, you can call that, or great leaders, or highly successful people. So the one is, they set goals that are clear, specific, and achievable. They always have an action plan for everything that they do. They are great time managers. They don't waste their time. They have a very high level of self-discipline. That's how they ensure that everything is done. That is everything that they are planned for. They are very persistent. They don't just quit on their goals because challenges are on their face. They find a way out of that. They're very creative. They come up with new and innovative ideas that are very important to them and to the society. They have a high level of adaptability. Their resilience is on another high level. They find a way of making the best out of any situation that comes on their on their plate or on their side, or whatever you can call it. And then they cherish collaborations. They know that network is everything. And then they are great communicators. Oh my God, they are great communicators. And then they have a high quest for learning. They just go for information. They don't just wait for information to come for them. They're learning each and every single day. And I think maybe that's why they really adapt well to change. And maybe that's why they are very innovative. I don't know. But if you have other successful habits that you know of, successful people or highly effective people or great leaders, please put your comments below. And remember to subscribe and also like this video and share it to your friends. And see you on the next video.